Welcome to Community Producers. I'm Carrie Holmes. First up on the show, we have Avery with Control-Alt-Delete. He'll show us how to stop the computer from freezing up.
Hi, and welcome to another installment of Control-Alt-Delete. I'm your host, Avery, and today we're going to be working on your Google Foo. Now, with most errors, when your computer freezes up, like the infamous blue screen of death I have on display here, they're going to pretty much tell you exactly what the problem is, but do it in their own way. For this, for instance, we're looking at fatal exception 0E. That's right, those big circles with the dots in them are actually number zeros, and the letter E, and we're going to want to write that down. If you're running Windows 7, your blue screen of death is going to look a little more like this, and they've gone and made these error codes even easier. You can see it listed as on the bottom there as HAL initialization failed. You're going to want to write whatever your problem is down. Bring up your trusted browser. Most of us are using Google, which is where the term Google Foo comes from. That being said, if you want to use Bing or Ask Jeeves or Yahoo or any of those other web browser search engines out there that are still up and running, by all means, whatever works for you and makes you feel comfortable. All we're going to do is go over to our search bar and start typing in the error. So BSOD is the quickest way to get to blue screen of death information. And then we're just going to go 0E, and as we can see, it's already there. I'm going to do a quick search. And our first one here, fatal exception OE blue screen, resolved. The internet message boards are fantastic. You know, you can sometimes find some crazy stuff and some things you might not be looking for, but 99 times out of 100, you're going to find your answers. So for instance, this man here was having trouble. If you are having trouble and you turn to a message board for help, it's important, as this guy did, to put in as much system information as you can, size of hard drive, type, how much RAM you have, and it helps other people who are going to be deciphering your problem. As you can see here, the error appears to be sound driver related. So what we would do is we would go check anything we've recently installed that has to do with sound, either new speakers or new peripherals, maybe a new Bluetooth device, and we'd want to make sure all the drivers were up to date. We can do that by checking the device's or the manufacturer's website, and we can even do that through the Windows Update as well. Now, the other one we were looking at was HAL initialization failed. And again, I didn't even get past the I in initialization, and the internet has already decided what we're looking for and has brought the answers to us. So just a quick scroll through the screen here will give you an idea of what's going on and why, and then an idea on how to fix it. Now, do be careful of some of these websites. They're going to give you links to automatically scan and repair your computer. And while some of these things do work and work well, most of them are just their own type of malware or adware trying to sell you things. If you don't find exactly what you're looking for on the first one, read a couple of them. Most of the information will be the same. Anything that's conflicting or doesn't work will usually be weeded out in the long run, and being the lovely finicky beasts they are, just because something worked to fix someone else's computer does in no way guarantee it's going to work on yours or that yours is even the same problem. So if you don't have an error code, you can always start by just typing your question into the search engine. I know this seems a little basic, but you'd be surprised how few people even bother giving this a try before sitting on hold for 30 to 60 minutes trying to get through to technical support. You could try, for instance, how to install new RAM. If you're looking to upgrade your speed, you'll not only find a bunch of articles, you'll find a lot of wonderful videos on YouTube as well. Watch a couple, take your time, find someone or something you like, and then follow along for the most part. So if your error is not providing you with a specific message, you can always try the Windows troubleshooter, which we can bring up by pressing our Windows button and beginning to type trouble. You can run it to scan for programs, hardware, your internet, security. The most common issues people have are network connections. If you're having trouble, of course, try unplugging and plugging back in your router. Give it about 10 seconds in between. And if that doesn't work, You can even just try rebooting the computer. A lot of the times the peripheral you're using to connect to your wireless network may just not loaded properly on the boot up. As for printers, well, you would use your hardware and sound troubleshooter. Windows 10 lays most of this out for you. And of course, the internet is only a few clicks away. And once we have the troubleshooter up, you can just follow the lead by reading the titles and clicking in the direction of whatever it sounds like closest to the problem you're having. Most of the time, Windows will surprisingly help you through these. And as we just went over, when you do fall short, turn to your Google Foo. And that wraps up this segment of Control-Alt-Delete. Thanks for stopping by.
Up next, we have Stigma Warriors. Today, Carrie heads down to the old spaghetti factory to interview 2 employees who have special needs.
Stigma Warriors, whoa! Stigma Warriors, let's start a conversation. Hello and welcome to Stigma Warriors. I'm Carrie DeVries and I'm here with Lori from Spaghetti Factory. How are you doing?
Okay, how about you?
I'm fine. How long have you worked here?
I've been working here for 13 years, going on 14.
How is it like working here?
I like working here. I like the workers here. We work together and we think we have everybody like we treat everybody like family here.
So what is your job here?
I'm a dishwasher here.
Awesome. I used to do dishwasher. So what does dishwashing entail?
Well, we have the dishwashing machine there, and what I do is I put it together, and then I put 2 racks through, and that's how everything works in the dish fitter.
What do you get asked the most here?
They ask me if they just tell me that they say, "Oh, Lori, we need plates," and I just say, "Oh, okay, I'll get them to you right away." And
what do you run out of the most?
We run out of salad plates the most. Sometimes the managers ask me to get certain stock for them, and I'll help them out with that. And also, if they need bread brought up, I help them out with bread.
I have some reasons here for why people should hire people with disabilities. We're not a liability. If you give a person with a disability a reasonable task to perform, they'll do it. We are loyal as long as you don't mistreat us. And we are hard workers. That's 3 of countless reasons why people should hire people with disabilities. I challenge anyone who is a boss or hires people. If you could just hire somebody with a disability, you won't regret it. Thank you. Today we're talking about employment, and here is an employee employing people.
Hi.
So, what's your name?
My name's Doug Vance.
And you work at Old Spaghetti Factory?
Yes, I'm the kitchen manager for the Old Spaghetti Factory for a few years now. Well, Ted works with us every Friday for about a 4-hour shift and does a wide variety of jobs between portioning and making dressings, making sauces, making manicottis, lasagnas. And it's fantastic having him here working with us every week. And yeah, I think he enjoys coming there too.
What is it about this place that you like the most?
Well, it's the intensity. I love it, you know. It's what I want to do in the future.
Have you always wanted to work at a place like this?
Yeah, totally.
What food do you enjoy making?
Basically, sometimes I do work on the line, but not all the time. Fettuccine Alfredo with penne or other kinds of foods that we have here.
So what do you do here?
Basically, I'm a prep chef.
Can you take me through your work schedule?
Basically, I'm here from 9:30 in the morning till roughly around noon.
And why should people hire people with disabilities?
Because we have a right to work.
Okay, thank you, Ted. If you hire a person with a disability, like there is a whole section of people that are just waiting and eager and ready to take on almost any task that you may have. You will not regret hiring a special needs person because they are the most loyal of people. If you let them be themselves, you will see that they are the most worthwhile employees.